The winner of this one will face Luke Humphreys in round 2. Woodhouse a late call-up following the injury to Gary Anderson. We hope Gary's recovering well and on the way back, but this feels like a good opportunity for Woodhouse. But again, Chris Mason, that both will really fancy that they've got every chance of winning.
Yeah, it's like one of those draws you get and you think, well, there's certainly a lot worse out there. I think they're pretty evenly matched. I think it was one of those that stood out on paper for this afternoon. Well, they have had 3 meetings. It's currently 2-1 to Luke Woodhouse. Not played since 2022, and you have to say they're completely different players now, with 2 more years of developing their game.
Yeah, Woodhouse, who was beaten by Riccardo Pietrezco in the last 32 in Belgium on the European Tour, and then went to Hildesheim in the Players' Championship and lost in the first round on both days. So
game on.
We'll hope for a better visit to Germany this time around.
Yeah, players do go through those little slumps. I think you develop your game more
82
coming through them, because you develop that stronger B game, which ultimately those with they've all got a similar A game in them, haven't they? That's why we see their highest
98.
averages are 113, sort of range into 118.
Yeah, the better players have the better
100.
B,
Yeah.
maybe even a C game that can get them through games.
They don't mind winning ugly because they know a big game is only around the corner. Winner of this doesn't have a nice draw.
140.
Well, Niels will be pleased that he's not facing Gary Anderson, because he knocked him out in Germany last week in the Players' Championship.
140.
Could have been Gary Anderson, then Luke Humphreys. To think someone's got something against you.
Yeah. That laugh then was Bond villanesque, Chris.
99.
Woodhouse is down to finish first on the Zonneveld throw. He's making a bit of mess of this, Niels. Good last start.
78.
Needed that as
Luke,
well.
you require 164.
Well, this would be a perfect way for Woodhouse to get his campaign underway.
Seasonal numbers, 93-35, so for the last
64.
12 months.
Niels, you require 101.
93-35, Zonneveld 91-77. Checkout percentage very similar. Both have had 170 outs. He wants tops.
Games from the first
And he
leg.
delivers it.
Niels
Zonneveld.
Second leg, Luke
101 checkout, nice 3-dart combination.
It's 15-dart. Hold a throw. And looking through all their metrics, a lot of similarities between the two.
99.
This one down as a bit of a coin flip game. Backing up the similarities in their numbers. I know we're only a leg in, but
140.
the irony of that. Yeah. One more game to go this afternoon. It's Dobie facing Victor Tingström before he's
57.
off to watch a little game of football around the corner. And then this evening, 7 o'clock local time here in Germany, 6 o'clock if you're in the UK. Lucas Venig taking on Steve
81.
Lennon, James Wade, Darrell Gurney, Andrew Gilding, Joe Cullen, Martin Schindler, Vitislav Sedlak, Aspinall against Hunter Buchner. Barney, he's back against Van Veen, and he fancies his chances. Peter Wright against
62.
De Souza. And Dimitri Vandenberg faces Gabriel Clemens.
Yeah,
what a lineup that is for tonight.
Yeah, they just get better and better, don't they, the fixtures for tonight?
121.
The seeds come in, the big guns.
They do indeed. Right, Woodhouse has been helped out by the fact that Zonneveld is on a bogey number here. On his own throw,
101.
he's still behind. Zonneveld will still get 6 at this. And just checked out 101.
presume Luke would have had plenty of
97.
notice and would have been ready for this. I think they were aware Gary wasn't playing.
He pulled out. Yeah, he pulled out at the Players' Championship last week, didn't he?
140.
With that shoulder
Niels, you
issue.
require
Yeah, mid-game,
62.
wasn't it?
Yeah, not often you see that. Zonneveld then for a breaker throw. He's looking at 62.
Tops.
42.
Drag back.
Luke, you require 42.
Didn't really get to the end of his throw. Prix for Woodhouse.
One he's got to take. And one he
Games
will
on
take.
the
It's a
second
good time
leg.
to be a Luke in
Luke
darts, isn't it?
Woodhouse. Third leg, Niels to
Yes.
throw first. Game on.
Could be another Luke v Luke. He's as good as the other ones if it is the case.
There's some new rivalries developing. We see
that's
in the
60.
Premier League, and now we're starting to see in other tournaments as well.
Yeah, that's a great one, those two. Frightening, but I don't even think that there's a finished article.
60.
Certainly, Erin Price needs to get on a bit of a run, doesn't he? The
40.
torrid time at the moment in the Premier League, as is Peter Wright.
Yeah.
There's just nowhere to hide there, is there?
Well, that's the thing. You're playing elite opponents week in, week out. You get found out pretty
100.
quickly.
Just don't get a breather.
No, but it's intense. His first start from Niels. Can he add to that? There's plenty of room either side.
140.
Chose to try and force one through the middle. No room at the end. Had to crash that one in rather than
125.
caress around.
A
83.
lot of moving parts to Zonneveld's
Yeah,
throw.
he relies heavily on timing, which is why I think there's such a big range in his game. He can sort of go from a high of 111.33 and
59.
you look at some of his matches, the range is too big. It'll go down to 80.82.
Yeah,
just a matter of weeks
31.
ago.
and we go back to that earlier
Luke, you
conversation.
require
That's not high
157.
enough. There's Richard Veenstra. He's looking on.
His job's done. That was a fun game between him and Oliver.
It was for us. I'm not so sure it was for Richard, but nice layup incoming here for Woodhouse.
80 left.
Not happy with the lay of the land.
48's the option.
There you go. Right on
125.
cue.
Niels, you require
So,
147.
Zonneveld. They had one ton plus finish. Won't be adding to that here. Woodhouse is going to get a valuable opportunity to break the throw here.
97. Luke, you require 32.
16. Should be okay for him. Yep.
Games on the third leg.
Very
Luke Woodhouse.
tidy lag. Back-to-back 17 darters in the end, but more importantly, it's the breaker throw he needs. Yeah, looking over
Fourth
his
leg,
numbers
Luke to
back
throw
in
first.
February, an average of 108. Averages of 98 a couple of times, 101, 102. It's just that the bits in between, he's getting found out and losing
77.
matches.
Yeah, and also, just because you're averaging 98 or 100 doesn't guarantee you win anymore, does it?
Nope. Well, he lost in the Players'
100.
Championship 12 days ago. He lost with 101 in the UK Open, and then lost 102 with 102 against Gary Anderson. That's no shock at the moment, and lost with a 96. 10 years ago, those kind of numbers you'd expect to be winning matches and winning them comfortably,
60.
but the landscape has changed massively in the last couple of years.
Yes. Tournaments like these, for new opportunities
60.
for players like Zonneveld and Woodhouse to really make a mark on the big stage.
It's the experience you gain, and so frequently. That's the big difference in modern darts. It's the
81.
opportunities available to the players to get on these big stages in front of crowds of over 2,500 in there today. It looks to me like almost to capacity.
Yeah, there's not too many spare seats to be had. Woodhouse then, 268. Having a replacement of maybe a damaged bit of equipment. Nice switch, leaves the big fish.
Yeah, looking to reel off 3 on the spin and be halfway there. The players averaging in and around 90 at the moment.
.43. Luke, you require 170.
Well, just hasn't settled.
83.
He took out the one-on-one in the opening leg and thought perfect start, but he's not quite been able to follow that up. And that break of throwing his own, throwing in at 18 darts.
81.
And he's got to watch that
Luke, you
walk on the last
require
start there.
87.
Amount of last darts that he's dragging and pushing and pulling because he's walking on it. Double 18.
Game
And that
from
is
the
a
fourth leg.
third consecutive
Luke
17
Woodhouse.
darter, and that's
Fifth leg,
more than
Niels
enough
to
at the moment, Mark.
first. Game on.
Yeah, it is. It's funny how darts can be, isn't it? Like you mentioned, the big averages you don't win, and then all of a sudden it takes one where you just got to scrap it out and tough it out and get the win. And at the minute, Woodhouse is doing that. Long way to go, but he looks quite calm and composed in himself at the minute. And that was a nice 2-dart finish.
He can average 90 fairly comfortably.
96.
Enjoying the day out at the darts, why wouldn't you?
And he lost with a 99 average in the final qualifying game against Sutai.
140.
Zonneveld on his own throw here in decent shape. Woodhouse do. Begging for a third and gets one right in the middle. Perfect timing from Woodhouse.
First one of the contest.
76.
Yeah.
Not happy, is he, Niels, with that bounce out? Had it stayed in the single, would have left him the big fish. Now Woodhouse is looking to set this up, leave it handy.
Woodhouse, March, had a great run in the UK Open to the round of 16, losing in the end 10-6 to Ricky Evans, but did have a 10-9 win over Michael Smith, a 10-9 win over Barneveld, a 6-4 win over Dylan
Luke, you
Slevin.
require 125.
125 then. Looks at the bull route. Couldn't find the treble. So Zonneveld will get a look at 106.
65. Niels, you require
Starting to run out of
106.
time if he can't take this out. The locals have been cheering on their German qualifiers, and here a chance for double 16.
74.
Didn't get it.
Luke,
So
you require
Woodhouse for a
60.
second break. Just got to move a fraction, not too far for tops.
20.
dear.
Niels, you require
Woodhouse has
32.
only had 2 averages in the 80s this year. The rest of them have been well into the 90s.
Games from the fifth leg.
That's one.
Niels Zonneveld.
He will feel
Sixth leg,
it's
Luke
got
to
away, and
first.
ironically a leg
Game
that
on.
he hit a max in.
Yeah, set things up nicely, but couldn't take out the tops. Now got a hold throw here. Keep that 2-leg cushion.
100.
Just keep Zonneveld on the back foot. You can feel like he's constantly chasing
97.
things.
You're right about that walk. I mean, where we're positioned here, you can just see Zonneveld, and on his first 2 darts, his foot flicks back. Looking for a max here. Down for the cover. You can see
139.
his foot flips back, and on his third one, it's walking.
Yeah. He just climbs up on his toes. James Wade does that, but maybe not quite as exaggerated. Then
100.
there's a rock and then a walk, and I say if the timing's just off, he will push and pull.
It was an ugly switch.
44.
Ugly visit.
Zonneveld, though, needs a treble just to keep pace.
100.
We'll take that. Woodhouse 6 from here. Good start to the visit. Only a ton after that first start. I'll feel like it's a light visit there. Interestingly, Barneveld Van Veen to come tonight.
94.
Barney, a winner on the Pro
Luke, you
Tour
acquire
in Germany.
118.
Yep. Seemed to have got himself
58.
involved in a
Niels, you acquire
war of
110.
happy that Littler didn't text him back. Huge scenario that. Tops though for a level game.
70.
Good effort.
That was
Luke,
a good
you've
effort.
acquired
And all of a
60.
sudden, Luke Woodhouse, who was just making serene progress, needs to tidy this up. And again, he's got to move. This time to his left. Tops for a 4-2 lead. Again, he's way over the target. And
40.
underneath. So that's 4 missed darts
Niels,
in the
you
last 2
acquired
legs
40.
at Tops.
Could be a leg away.
Game
Now
from
finds
the
himself
sick leg. Niels
Locked in
Zonneveld.
at 3-3 and getting slightly embroiled in a fairly sedate match. Niels is averaging 88.42, Luke 88.94.
7th leg, Niels to throw first. Game
He's
on.
had 2 great opportunities, and he's missed them both.
He's had 8 darts at a double in total. 3. Zonneveld 6 and hit 3.
57.
The best start to leg 7, though.
And these type of games that you know they're up for winning. You know, they're not like he's walked
58.
into someone thrashing in 180s every other visit. And these ones are really harder ones to win. Because what you find yourself doing is
100.
just forcing a little bit too much.
That would be good.
125.
Woodhouse, well, they both have throws that rely on that fluidity and relaxed nature. More so Zonneveld, really, because there is so many things
140.
moving.
Zonneveld's just putting a burst on here. Woodhouse pegging back.
134.
And he's not down to a finish. Zonneveld.
80.
He'll be moaned the bounce out. Truth be told, it was in treble 1, so it's not really changed a great deal.
How low can he go on a 184? He'd love a 140.
140.
On course to instantly break
Niels,
back
you
and right the
acquire
wrongs.
124.
Yeah, Zonneveld only needs the 1 treble. Treble 18 it will have to be. Not quite. So Woodhouse is going to get a chance here
63.
for another break of
Luke, you
throw.
acquire 44.
12 for double 16. Big dart this for Woodhouse. And he gets
Games
it.
on the
Nice
7th
kiss
leg.
off the barrel.
Luke Woodhouse.
And a little show of emotion from the Englishman, who now leads 4-3.
8th leg,
Well
Luke
timed
to throw
leg,
first.
15 dart.
Game on.
As you said earlier, Luke Humphries in round 2 here at the German Darts Grand Prix in Munich. A record ticket sales for
96.
this event.
Yeah, you never know where it. Sort of think to yourself, is it peaked now, our sport? But
60.
Luke Littler has just had a massive impact.
Yeah, say that as it peaked. Yeah, a couple of hours before the start here, that 2,000 people were queued up in fancy dress outside, waiting for the doors to open.
97.
What lovely problems I have as the promoters of our sport. Sold out signs.
140.
And there's one of them. It's a long sausage on a stick with a.
There's been a lot of talk about this today.
With a coil of potato, and it all goes into a deep fat fryer. It looks remarkable.
83.
Just the job for the people enjoying a libation or two.
Those athletes will try and keep
45.
away from those. Try. Woodhouse then with a chance here. Well, good use of the ball, gets him down to 160.
This is sort of Bavaria, isn't it? This area. But interestingly famous for sausages, beer and BMWs.
140. Luke, you require 160.
This would be a good way to move within one. It's not the worst thrown dart in the world either. Now, can he stick another one in there?
100.
Well, 60 has been a bit of a bogey number for him, because twice he's blown it in legs 5 and 6, but he's left it to go 5-3 up, unless Zonneveld, unless he gets tops. And he does get tops. 4-4.
Niels
Zonneveld stares down the crowd here. Well, Woodhouse thought, again, don't leave 60, Luke. Whatever you do, don't leave 60.
It's your bogey number.
Ninth leg, Niels to throw first. Game on.
That's a third successive breaker throw. We're all level. It's a best of 3 for the right to face Luke Humphries.
140.
You know, Humphries did win on the European tour. Look where he's all of a sudden.
Oh, it's definitely a catalyst. I mean,
100.
he's the perfect model to follow if you're a youth player. Dev, Challenge, Pro Tour, World Youth Champion, Senior
100.
Pro Tour winner, European Tour winner, Major winner, World Champion, World #1. He has ticked every box en route. Changed his lifestyle and looked at ways of improving his fitness, so he had the stamina to see out these type of competitions and the events where you play multiple games on one day.
Huge visit. The Zonneveld fans are happy with that. Well, 11 dart leg coming in.
83.
And that is
Niels,
not
you require
what he
81.
needed. So Zonneveld here. Well, double 12 he wants.
Double 3.
Yeah. Just gonna have a think about this, because Woodhouse is not on a finish.
Yeah, I mean, there is the option to split. Yeah.
77.
Common sense, I think, prevails there. Could have been worse.
Yeah, it's good ball management. I mean, you attack that double 3 and then you're left with the 1-1-1, and then if you don't attack it, what do you do in the next turn? Do you go aggressive,
4.
or you can then get caught twixt and in between, where you just don't know what to do?
Well, 13 dart leg, if he hits it. Hits it in 14. And emotion starting to come to the fore here for Zonneveld. Woodhouse all of a sudden, having been 3-1 up, finds himself 5-4 down. And missed opportunities could be very, very costly here.
Yeah,
100.
He's won 5 of the last 6 legs, and he's found another gear in the process, winning legs of 16-16, 15-14. So
96.
his average in this spell is sort of around the late 90s. And it's all been spurned by those missed opportunities
140.
by Woodhouse.
2 darts at tops in successive legs. Now Zonneveld.
140.
He's looking to heap the pressure on and get it done in leg 10. Doesn't want to go to a decider.
$57.
Woodhouse has not left the finish here. Zonneveld down. No, he's staying up top. Here he comes down.
42.
Woodhouse visit not punished there. And they fill it up. Talk about timing. Talk about timing. Second max for him, and he's down to double 12, and it is looking increasingly likely
59.
we will need a deciding leg between
24.
these two. Double 12 he needs, and double 12
Game
right in the
from
corner
the
he
10th
gets.
leg.
It's
Luke
5-5.
Woodhouse.
Zonneveld has the throw and the
Niels
decider.
to third first. Game on.
How big will winning that ball be backstage about an hour or so ago?
Zonneveld just taking a moment.
Great cover. Can he follow it?
96.
Well, the dart 1. Damage limitation. Woodhouse with a similar leg to the last one. He's coming for cover.
139.
Can be guilty sometimes of just putting a quick one in on the last dart. Doesn't quite give it as much care and attention.
41.
Zonneveld has lost the darts here. Woodhouse 95, very respectable. Love a treble here. He gets
93.
one.
He's in and around that number with regularity. When I sort of look over his matches this year.
It's about winning, isn't it? It's about getting over the line in the big games.
100.
He's stolen the darts here. Just has to stay solid. Double 20 now. As long as he stays straight,
99.
gonna finish.
He is. What a way to win it would be. Zonneveld will be looking to join him.
So 170 attempts today. We've seen an attempt at the 9-darter. Like the Decker.
85. Luke,
He's
you
lost that
require
one to
170.
6-4.
Yeah. Woodhouse has got 6 darts, so he doesn't have to go for it here, but he'll still want the 2 trebles first up. No, not that one.
Wrong colour. That's better. Might as well stay there. Yeah,
100.
don't mind the ball option. Potentially finding, if he would have found the ball, would have been single to double. Now it's treble to double.
Crucially, knows he'll be back. Zonneveld has got to go big here.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
99.
Just enough.
Luke, you
Pressure.
require 70.
Not done yet. 70 then, replacing round 2. Will only be 1 dart at double 16. Just composes himself. This is an unexpected opportunity for Woodhouse to be here at all. But he's going to make the most of it, and he gets over the line.